Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here for NTMarkets.com with your Thursday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, S&P 500 E-mini futures daily chart. We talked about yesterday morning. We talked about 1980 to 1983 as being a key area that had to hold up. It's back into these mid-October lows where we bounced off the 50-day exponential moving average there, the red line. And if we lost that area, we were looking at a decent amount of, air. An air pocket, so to speak. We are down in the air pocket. So, it traded as high as 95 in the regular session yesterday in what was a pretty sloppy tape. At least, if you really wanted to take advantage yesterday during the regular session, you had to be early. Whether you want to be long or short, you really kind of had to be early. If you're trying to keep it tight, you were going to have to get in 3, 4, 5 different times before you got the big move. And then, the move to from 88 down, that was crisp and clean, and that was just one shot and go. So the tape has been very mixed. You've had to be very patient and very persistent, and at the same time flexible. So it's kind of asking you to do two completely different things at the same time. A lot of the big chunks have been overnight, and we've seen this time and again over the last few years. Europe loves to steal moves, and that's why I do my pivots, Globex, versus a regular session, because we make so many important moves in the overnight session. So what are we looking at today? Well, I have a lot of indicators that I've come up with over the years, and one of them is called Crazytown. And those of you that have followed me for a really long time remember this. It used to be a long time ago, it was the distance between, it was 70 handles above or below the 45-day pivot. Well, volatility and the way the markets have been the last 3 or 4 years caused us to recalibrate that 6 months ago or so to 92 handles. Crazytown is now 92 handles. The 45-day pivot is 2022 half, 92 handles down, 30 half. So we traded to 31. I'm not saying that's a low. What Crazytown does is it indicates when a reactive move, a psychological move, gets stretched too far and really needs a bounce. We may trade below 1931 today. I would be really shocked if we didn't. I've got a big level down at 1919 that served us well over the years. Beyond that, you start to get into numbers that have 18. I was telling my subscribers in the subscriber webcast last night, similar to what we've seen, similar to what we saw back in August when we broke 2,000 and we started to trade numbers with a 19 on them. It was very, very quick from when those numbers turned from 19 into 18. And here we are as low as 1931. A couple of, Chinese yuan limit down scares away from printing something with an 18 in front of it. So the psychological push that kicks in is very real. And that's why a few days ago we were talking about how, yesterday and the day before, we were talking about how that 80 to 83 really had to be held by the bulls. And if they couldn't do it, we were going to get into an acceleration down. And we're in that period of time now. Do we need a little bit of a relief rally? Sure. Is 1931 to 1946 and change a relief rally? Yeah. Is every rally in this market getting sold? So far. Now, the bulls are going to put one together. They're going to put one together that's going to last more than, an hour. It's going to last a couple of days, and it's going to test the resolve of the bears. This is a little more big picture. What the bears are going to have to do versus what they did in October of 14, August of 15, is they're going to have to defend that bounce and push it back to new lows. You can see here, here's your 1831. They failed at the 50. This should have been the death of that rally. Instead, pulls back, does the higher low, lift off the 50, and go up to 2110. Now, it was a lower high versus 2134, and the first real shot across the bow that there was something a little bit more wrong with the market if you're a bull. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if you're a bear. If you're a bear, it's Christmas morning. But um, you've, you know, we we are pushing down. We should continue to sell rallies and push down. Where the rubber really meets the road is, what do the bears do off the bounce? What do they do off the bounce? Are they just going to stand aside and lay down and screw it all up again? Or are they going to step in and create lower lows? That's how it becomes more of a downtrending market versus the uptrend that we've seen for a period of years. Okay, everybody have a great day. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website. Come check out the chat room. Come trade this stuff with us. It's a tough tape. Don't trade it by yourself. We would love to meet you. I will be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade them well, everybody.